Hello, hello, hello. My name is Moon, and I have some quick business to get through before this episode begins. This is the 8th episode of the A-Team campaign we are currently producing. Make sure to check out the B-Team campaign and other content we put out as well. We are very new to this, so please forgive any mistakes with audio. I promise we are trying our best. Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas is an experience best enjoyed with headphones, and there is a content warning in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening, and please enjoy your time in the 12 Mystic Seas. Hello. What a insane thing to do right before we start recording.
I'm sorry.
I'm so
I had to
happy.
get it out.
I'm so happy.
I had to get it out.
Oh
I had to
no,
get it out.
I
I'm
did
so
before we
glad.
started, but I'm trying to start with this professional energy, and Jaden and Teddy are dying trying to not laugh over my intro, which I do appreciate. Welcome back to A-Team.
Sawyer, I love you.
We finally have all three of our people.
Yippee!
Isn't that fun?
Indeed.
You guys hear that?
Yeah, we totally can. That's okay. We like pet cameos here.
Yeah, my dog freaks out. She's an
And
old lady
that's
baby.
And that's okay.
She's a bit crazy.
You know what? Aren't we all? Cool. Well, we have all three. Shuffle's fun right now. The plan is to record both of these back to back. A-Team episode 8 and episode 9. Though, we'll let you know if things are different. Does anyone have anything else to... Is there any other business?
I'm ready to get off this boat.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Get me
haven't
outta
listened to
here.
their podcast, so I don't know what happened in their episode.
Ooh,
So-
and at time of recording, A-Team episode 7 has not released either.
So we don't know
Jaden-
what happened to Cherri.
Jaden and Sawyer won't know what happened to Cherri. What an authentic place to start off.
Oh, yes.
All right. With that being said, I believe it's time for another adventure in the 12 Mystic Seas.
Cue the intro music!
I know it's futile to wish for anything else. I know it's futile because it's become a bit. Not only
That's a bit.
it's become a tradition that
You're welcome.
when the party is split, they still uphold.
Yup, I got you.
And if you try to
guys.
if you try to get rid of that, it'll just be like 1984 all over again.
It'll be Orwellian if I.
Yeah, this is
I
like
always-
George Orwell's birth.
I always keep the bit in. I just never comply with it.
So it's always after
malicious.
the
Yeah.
No, it's always after the music, of course.
Sounds like a skill issue.
So
Yeah.
It reflects badly on us.
that's because yeah,
We
that's why I
seem
think
like
'cause it's
terrible
funny.
players.
Yes, because it's funny.
It is quite
Anyhow, Pok, we return with you in the hold of the Somnus Arturnus, holding Louie's unconscious but stable body. The fire has been put out at this point. Teddy's reacting in real time to this information. The fire has been put out.
Oh,
The satyr that at one point in time delivered a pasta to Cherri is currently carrying a puppet body upstairs. Pok, give me a... Oh, great. Wonderful.
that's crazy. Cause the only people that I have on Do Not Disturb are you three.
I didn't text you.
I didn't.
I'm losing it.
Oh,
Anyway,
I sent
continue
it to... Never mind. Sorry.
Great,
No, it's
no
okay.
worries.
That was my mistake.
Sawyer, real quick,
Okay.
it's picking up every time you put and place your phone down.
It's going in my pocket then.
Lovely.
Anyways, make a check
Anyway.
of what?
Could you give me a charisma check? This can be persuasion or intimidation, based on what you want to do here in this space.
I definitely think Pok in this moment. You know, nightmares are in the mix, so it's time. It's time to get professional. And I'm gonna go for intimidation.
All right. I love that you being professional is trying to scare people. I'm going to say this is fairly high. This is a DC 23. Give me that intimidation check.
Okay. So I got a 10 of clubs, which is my chosen suit, which is an 11, and a king, which is 13. So that's 24 minus 1 is 23.
Goodness.
I got it exactly.
Gracious. What information are you trying to learn in this space?
I want to know if they are properly disposing of these nightmares, why they, are they actually keeping them in the hold so they can take them to their place of origin, so that they can be killed? Are they taking them to the nightmare hunters to be properly disposed of, or are they keeping them there for ulterior motives?
Through trying to intimidate people, you can come in this space as someone who's clearly received battle damage, who has fought with these nightmares. You know, these guards came down to clean up the fight you just had, right? So you can walk up to one of them and start asking these questions, and this satyr is like frazzled. She's like, look, I don't know, we're just delivering them to the Sons Divine, okay?
Okay, and why are you delivering to them to the Sons Divine?
That's above my pay grade. Now, sir, we understand you've been hurt. You need to go up and see our ship's nurse.
I understand, however, this is not... I am fine. My health is fine right now. I need to understand this as a member of the Nightmare Hunters. Is that understood?
As a member of Nightmare Hunters, why do you not know what's going on here?
Are you telling me that I should be aware of this?
And on barely getting that intimidation check, you get a kind of a muddled confusion of someone who's just overwhelmed in this moment who goes, where do you think we got the nightmares from? Ah, okay, shoot, you, hey, that puppet, we're going to need to dispose of that properly, and runs off to Postikid, who's carrying the puppet away.
Postikid?
I will say that's all you get on that 23 intimidation. Any asking will be... I think if you ask any more, it's, look, we appreciate what you've done. Any more questions, we'll throw you in the hold with your other satyr friend. All right?
My satyr friend.
Sir, head up to your room. We deeply apologize that this has happened to you, but please, let us handle this. And that is essentially what you get repeated at you for the remainder of your trip.
Okay. Can I take Louie up to the nurses then?
Of course, you take Louie up to the nurse's office. This is on... It's like the small rooms they have above the top deck, this kind of outcroaching buildings on top of the ship. There's one that is the captain's quarters. There's one that actually has the steering wheel. Underneath that, there is this tiny little nurse's office. And inside, there is a very old Nandoi who goes, oh, were you hurt?
Not really. Can't say the same for this Ghostborn, though.
Oh, dearie me. Alright, let me see what I can do. You see she's wearing a typical... I don't want to say typical. She's wearing this longer, thick dress that has these big buttons on the right side that go down, and this red cape around her neck that in some cultures, kind of specifically the satyr culture, but in some other places is the outfit for medical practitioners. You see on her wall, in this kind of little nurse's office she has, there is this cabinet that's heavily locked down that has different plants in like bottles and jars and stuff, different, magical remedies to things. You see there is also this seemingly this like stove top in a way that has these metal fixtures on top of it. She sees you place Louie on this bed and grabs one of these tall, thin bottles that has water in it, uncorks it, and places on this, and you see her craft a potion of healing in this moment. On a 13 plus 2, I do not think she recognizes who Louie is, but this person is very good at alchemy, and as such, Louie, you heal 23 hit points.
Dang! Oh my gosh. As she is doing like sort of her healing, I'm just like, please be very careful with them. That's Louis Paraffin.
All right, sorry. I help everyone the same.
Well, yes, but this is, one of the most historically important curse board of all time.
I didn't know they've been around enough to be historically important.
Well, in the space of the Nightmare Hunters and sort of the Sea of Curses history, this is
you Nightmare Hunter?
Yes, I am. Would you like to know more about it?
Oh, that's nice. I went to school with a woman who I believe helped found it. It's somewhere here. And she goes through this kind of desk drawer and searches through things, and she pulls out this plaque that is a Willow Pane Academy certificate of a healing degree, of a alchemy degree with emphasis in healing and restoration. Yes, Dawn, kind of this prim proper, I think she was the youngest of like 14 in some rich family house. But no, real good fighter. Shame dueling wasn't around when we went, or, she would be quite good at what she did. But no, left, and the last I heard of her, she was fighting nightmares in the Sea of Curses. Louis, you feel life restored to your body as you take a breath in.
Oh, Louis, thank goodness you're alive. How are you feeling?
Pok? Pok? Are you alright? What?
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I was able to properly defend and fend them off. Unfortunately, I've come across some perhaps unfortunate news on the standing of the Nightmare Hunters, but that's besides the point.
Right. You
All
seem
that
to
matters
have
right now is that you're okay. Are you okay?
Valiantly. I seem to be.
Do you need, water or something?
Or perhaps fire?
Just a little more fire on the wick would not be so bad.
Curseborn physiology, always so strange. And she looks through her potion stuff and go, unfortunately, this is all healing. You may have to ask someone else on board if you wish to have more fire applied to your hair.
Head.
Head.
But thank you for what you have done. Thank you.
Of course.
Is that a plaque you're holding?
Oh, this is just my degree from school.
So a school? I have not heard of such a thing. There's a school for alchemy and.
Oh no, it's over in the Sea of Darkness. I spent a few semesters at Willow Pane. They kind of teach all types of magic.
Oh, Willow Pane! I think I know a headmistress there. She's been very kind to me.
Oh, you know Madame Glethane?
Yes, we thought I may have contacted her a few decades ago. She's something.
Oh, well, you look very young for your age.
Oh, you are too kind.
Yes.
What is your
course. Name? Oh, well,
You
my name is Nurse John.
John.
Yes.
Married? Single?
You know, it's...
This does not seem to be working very well.
Are you flirting with a nurse?
It's a
What?
little
Puck!
complicated.
I will take complicated.
I'd say. Louis, this non-Doi woman is about 70 years old.
I am 100 and something.
That is true. That is true. I just want to paint a
I
picture
look
here.
useful and
No, it's in my line of work, holding
seems
down
very
connection.
respectable.
Well, thank you. Holding down connection is difficult with how much travel I do, despite my attempts.
Ah, a working woman. I see.
Well, it's just about communication.
This is true. Everything is. It's all hot.
Do you need anything else?
I don't think that we do.
Wonderful. We're going to reach shore in about 7 hours. I hope you can appreciate some of the amenities we have for you on board until then.
I understand.
Oh,
Thank you so much for your very gracious help.
Yes,
and
of
I'm going to
course.
immediately grab Louis, and we're going to run back to my room.
Of course. Both of you give me a perception check.
Luck point.
Joker. I got a 12.
I got a jack of my chosen suit, which is an 11, and then a 6.
A jack of your chosen suit would be a 12.
12. This is why I talk out loud, because I cannot math. That
No
is
worries.
18.
In 18, none of you notice, or neither of you notice anything particular on your way back to Pok's
Can I
room.
If I give Louis 2 luck points, would that do anything for it?
Yes, that would.
I'm giving you both of my luck points.
Oh,
All right.
I am scared.
Louis,
I'm
on a
scared.
20 perception check, there are people situated. They aren't dressed like the guards. They have no obvious weaponry on them, but there's kind of a triangulation of where people are placed to always have an eye on Pok's room.
Oh. Pok. Hold up. Pok, do you see there are people watching? Do you see the camera? The people around your room?
Do I notice them after Louis points them out?
It's so subtle, Louis. You would have to take at least 30 minutes to point everyone out and also stand and wait, because they're not standing completely still. These are people on predetermined paths. But they all keep on glancing at your room, and this is different from the other days you've spent on this ship. From where they're moving, there's not enough, there's never a moment where there's not at least 3 people actively within sight and sound of your room.
So I can't notice it.
Pok,
It would
don't
just
think
take a second.
going
It would just take a second to point out, and taking a second to point it out would probably let them know that you know.
I see.
Pok, I do not think going to your room is a good idea.
Should we go to
Let's-
your room?
Maybe they don't know who I am, but if they have seen my body, I am unsure if they'll take the proper precautions.
What do you think
Could
they're
we find
looking at me?
somewhere else?
What do you think they're looking at me? Is it because of my skin? Is it because of my exoskeleton? Do you think that's why?
They're not profiling you, Pok.
Sorry.
You are a nightmare hunter. That is probably why you... Let's just find somewhere else.
Sorry. Should we go in your room? Will that be out of sight? Or
So
perhaps-
to kind of describe how this is how this works, how this is situated, the 4th deck of the ship. This ship is 5 decks tall. Actually, I think I said it was 7. Anyway, the second lowest deck, right above the hold, is about 2 stories open. So you're looking up, and the ceiling is about 30 feet up, and there are just rows of rooms alongside this kind of open hallway, and there are stairs at each side that go up to a second row of rooms that have a balcony looking over this
Gotcha.
open area.
Gotcha.
Now, this open area has games, amenities. You see there are 2 bars, one at each end of this hallway, kind of like just an open bar. We see people are just getting light drinks from. You see there is a stage currently right now where this band has been just slowly playing the soft jazz this entire time, as is fairly common on this boat. There was a band playing jazz when you were playing poker upstairs as well.
Well, Pok, why don't we take advantage of the amenities?
Right.
Is there a spa, perhaps?
There is absolutely a spa on board.
Why not
Let's go
take
to the
a
spa.
dip? Let's. I'm
I could
so
use some-
glad you're excited.
I could
All
use
right.
some of that.
You to find the spa. You get drinks, virgin or not, depending on what you're feeling in the moment.
I need a drink. Give me drink.
Definitely not for Louis.
Not for
the
defensive.
2 of you relax for the next 7 hours. Now, I'm going to ask as we kind of speed through this. Are you truly relaxing in this space?
In the
No, not really. I'm not.
Not really.
in the
I don't think that I would be
am
able to-
fast.
I don't think I'd.
Over the next 7 hours, as you are kind of recuperating and waiting to land, waiting to get to dock at the Sun's Divine, are you letting yourself relax?
No.
Do I have my rapier?
Louis, you do have your rapier.
Then I am relaxed. I'm at the spa. I'm letting the wax kind of get all melty. And
Louis,
perhaps
you get 10 temporary hit points.
I like a little waxy.
As there
Neat
is
now?
Oh, absolutely. There is a rejuvenation here. As this kind of spa, you walk into this open area on the 3rd floor, the same floor that has the big dining hall where all the professional poker games were, that are still going on. Like, this tournament is not over. Just the 3 of you are out of it at this point. But you walk in, and it's almost like you walked into a forest clearing, as they have high-level illusionists creating the illusion of this open forest that has these, sparse pine trees, and this hot spring that you just kind of slide into. Pok, you're here too, but Cherri is locked up downstairs. Not saying Louie doesn't know that, but
No.
you see there is an eye on you at all times as you are still just being watched. Cherri, you have had the most tense lunch of your life.
Yeah.
Vaktir has kind of gotten a little more normal as he's talking to you, post that monologue of his.
Thank God.
And you see that even his golden goblet of wine, he has had to sprinkle this ash on top of and then mix into the drink to just be able to drink it. He has asked you a lot about being a member of the Vivaldi house, as he did find your ring.
I don't think I'd tell him everything.
Okay.
I will tell him more if he also answers questions I have about, like, Gilgamore.
Ooh. Yeah, what questions do you got?
Just a little tit for tat, an eye for an eye, I suppose.
All right.
How good is the connections inside?
Oh, Gilgamore, some of these connections, they've been up for hundreds of years now, right?
Yeah, Jesus, it's...
Through them, I've been able to travel all over. I've been I spent some time in the Sea of Dragons. I spent some time. Oh, I spent some time in the Sea of Winds with the Scrode. They're a real interesting group. I thought they might be able to, get this thing off of me. They weren't. They tried to make me wear a mask. It was weird. But yeah, real good. Now I'm not, a card-carrying member of the Gilgamore family, right?
Right.
And based on
I mean,
the fact
who is
that,
nowadays? Am I right?
of course, based on the fact that you'd be gambling on a Gilgamore ship after
I mean,
the Vivaldi family suffered such a big loss, I don't think that you're super loyal to them either. Is that fair to say?
Do you know what they say? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Am I right? Well, am I right?
Am I your friend or your enemy, Cherri?
I consider you a friend. I'd hate to make you my enemy.
From where I'm standing, I see a lot of you in me, and I see a lot of me in you. I don't know. Dealt the wrong hand. What do they say? 24-karat run of bad luck?
They'll see out till the day I die, so.
Alright. Well, yeah, what are you doing badly cheating at poker on the Somnus Arturnus?
They say you're real good at poker, but then the big guy, never played. Like you black out for a little bit of it, and you realize you've never played poker in your life, and it just feels like these cards are controlling. It's like you get the wrong cards, and the cards don't know how to play poker, so the cards try really hard, but poker's bad.
Cherri, give me an insight check over the course of this conversation.
Oh, that's a great question. This is you said insight?
Yeah.
I have a -2. I got a queen of my chosen suit.
Okay.
And an ace not of my chosen suit.
14. Okay.
-2 of
-2 is a 12.
Insight.
This guy seems a little on a 12. He seems a little bumbling. He seems a little like, I don't know how to, like, he doesn't seem stupid.
Right.
You don't think he's dumb. He's just a little, I hate to use the term silly. He's a little out of his element at all times, but he does seem to appreciate talking to someone who he is fully conversing with, that doesn't either want gold out of him or want something else out of him. Like, so you don't get a lot of information from him.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually, give me a persuasion check, if you will.
Not great. Both of my chosen suit, but not great. And you said persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
I have a +4 to persuasion, so that's a 9 plus a 4.
13.
Plus 4.
17.
17.
I'm going to give him a wisdom check really quick. That is a 2 and a 3. 3 of my chosen suit for a 6. So even with his +3, that's only a 9. He goes, what do you know of the gods here in the Sons Divine?
I know as much as the next schmo.
Give me a religion check real quick.
Oh, okay. Religion is a -3. I got a queen and a 4 -3, so
a queen and a 4. So that's 16 -3 is 13. You know the Sons Divine as a country has a pretty solid established religion by the government, and they don't worship the sun directly, but they worship their own pantheon of gods all based around the sun. You know the Sons Divine and their religion of Soleilculturism. It's a word I made, but I didn't write down how to pronounce it, which I think is very silly of me. Soleilculturism has given satyrs, and specifically Winnian satyrs from the Sea of Wine, kind of the reputation of worshipping the sun, even though no one actually does.
Okay.
And that's big enough that you would be able to get that on a 13.
Okay. You know, sun's out, fun's out.
Right. So, I don't know who gave me this.
Right.
I don't know. But, I think it's strange that I came here. Maybe it's because somewhere back in my family they went to the Sea of Gold from the Sea of Wine, so maybe it's returning me back to my homeland. But, I'm doing something kind of cool. Follow me. And he stands up and he takes his golden cane and he slowly leaves his dining hall. You go out through the hallway you saw before, passing various golden statues, and out through a open foyer and out through the front door onto his estate. You see much more gold as you pass by. Golden statues, golden tables, golden chairs. Anything that isn't this opulent white marble is this gold. And he takes you to the back of his estate. You see the full building
Shoots
from
me
the
old Yeller
outside.
style.
Just pulls out a golden gun. It's me, Mr. Bond. He takes you out back to his estate. You see this mansion of his is 4 stories tall. Truly this opulent, magnificent thing. You also see more of his staff. No insight check needed. They are terrified of him. And I think as you're looking around, you see he's making them all wear these like maid uniforms. Not the typical ones you think, but like all of them are dressed the same, like this like servant uniform, and a few of the statues are wearing them as well.
You treat your company well, sir?
You know, they're provided for me by the Gilgamore. And as far as I'm concerned, there's worse ways to pay off debt. But they won't have to worry about that soon. As he takes you, and he just continues to walk outside of this manor. Again, truly a huge house, 4 stories tall. You see there is a small contraption in his backyard. It's like a single room. Let me rephrase that. It's about the size of a basket that would go underneath a hot air balloon. Except, of course, it's made out of gold, like everything else. Or, at least, is gold now. 4 walls with these beautiful windows that can see out. And it comes up to a point almost like a miniature rocket ship. You know, Gilgamore, they give me a good cut of everything I give them, right? And it used to take them a bit to purify the gold I got them, but now with the new nightmare thing, we've got this rolling. So, with the money I've got, I've been able to pay these wizards, right?
Wizards, you say?
Powerful magical people, no difference, like different things about gravity and such.
All right.
And I'm gonna be able, I think I may be able to go touch the sun.
Huh.
Pok and Louie, you land at the dock of the Sun's Divine. The ship stops, and you're forced to wait for about an hour as things they are shipping are offloaded. but I'm assuming you go back to your rooms to pack up all of your stuff.
Yeah, before that, I hate to go back to the spa because I know we want to like move on from this, but are there like private rooms in the spa?
No.
There aren't any?
No.
Okay. And also, I just wanted to say, like, Pok also just wouldn't be able to relax because he can't feel anything.
That's true.
That they give in the spa.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that does make perfect sense. You pack up all of your things for the hour while they are unloading things from the boat. What are you doing for that hour? Are you trying to like see what they're unloading?
I am going to first snail mail.
Yeah.
Hey, I need you to deliver a letter to my dearest Doc.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Now, I understand that you uphold your promise of keeping everything extremely confidential.
Of course. While it's in my metaphorical hands, no one can read it.
I need you to be as careful as you possibly can with this one.
I mean, no one's ever seen a thing I've delivered. I don't know. I have 100% success rate. Once it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. But while it's in my, metaphorical snail hands, it's all good, Pok.
Okay. And I'm
Pok,
gonna.
I've had gods try to steal letters from me, and I've told them
Yes,
no.
I know. I'm paranoid
Do you not
right now.
believe in me? Is there like...
No, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Have you been doing stuff with the Pony Express? The Pony Express actually can't be trusted. You think they're so much better?
Not at all.
because they
No, the
deliver
Pony Express is
packages.
trivial. It's trivial.
Eternal.
I trust
I
you.
was there at the beginning.
Look, I trust you. I trust you 100%.
Okay.
Look,
Act like it.
Okay. I'm sorry. There are a lot of eyes on me right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Send this letter to Doc. Please.
Yeah.
And it's a letter detailing basically like, hey, what the heck is going on? I got a note from this ship that we are giving the Gilgamore family nightmares. Is this something, because I wasn't notified of it.
Of course.
So is this something that you know about? This is pretty urgent.
Yeah.
Basically just detailing all of that on the letter.
Absolutely.
And also, love you, sweetie.
Of course.
At the bottom.
Of course.
Yeah.
At the end. You send that letter through, and Snailmail goes, okay. You got
How much gold is that again?
10.
10?
Actually, no.
Right.
No. It is 15 because it's traveled. It's traveled to a dangerous sea. So delivering a letter to curses, taxes, or gold is 15. Anywhere else is 10.
Okay. Yeah. Give him the 15 gold.
Absolutely.
Here you go.
Okay.
Best of luck.
All right.
And I'm just gonna finish this. Sorry. I'm just gonna go back to figure out my outfit for the day.
Okay. You turn around, and Snailmail goes, do you have eyes on like the back of your head or something?
Oh no! Oh gosh! Can I make a perception check?
You turn around to look around, and Snailmail goes, oh, okay. And before you can fully turn around, then Snailmail leaves.
Can I make a perception check,
please? Give me a perception check.
I better not get screwed. Okay, that is a joker.
Ooh, luck point.
Luck points.
Love it when that happens.
Okay. That's not what I wanted, but I mean, it's okay. Actually, no, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I'll just say 7, 18.
On an 18,
I'm gonna raise it to a 19.
On a 19, you do not see anything. Pok and Louie, you are standing on the dock of the Somnus Arturnus. Sorry, not on the dock. You were standing on the dock of the Sons Divine. You two see roiling, lush, green hills here in the Sea of Wine. You see a bustling community, this economy here. Even on the dock, you can tell they're trading their people with carts, moving various types of food. There are established shops, little huts that are just selling like 2 trays of fish or food they've caught or procured that are like selling to people that are coming in through the docks. Further in, there are established stores, like full straight up buildings. You see general stores, you see ship repaired, you see renting horses, you see free centaur rides, you see there are these carts where people are pulling other people in this like long, I would almost say carts the size of a bus, or the length of a bus, I should say, where these two, they look like horses if they had about 200% more muscle mass, like these truly gnarly beasts that come to this flat face are pulling a cart of about 50 people. This cart has about 6 doors on each side, and it comes to a stop, and all the doors automatically open up and people get off, and more people get on. You see on the hills as well, and in some of the valleys you can see here, there are pockets of shadow, pockets of darkness, where you see, not super tall, like 20 to 30 feet tall, there are these large, thick plants. Think like a palm tree, but only like 20 feet tall, but the leaves of this palm tree stretch out to about 50 to 60 feet across. And in these pockets of shadow, there are little, I want to say like flowers or small buds along the floor and along the sides of these larger plants that glow with just this soft blue bioluminescent light. You also see, Louis, have you been to the Sea of Wine before?
I have, but it has never looked like this before.
It technically
I am like
has.
a kid in a candy store. There is so much new technology. What is with these pug horses? This looks so cool.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, those are some roided up horses.
Horses and this shop that sells like big fish. I have not seen one of those in more than a century. This is so cool. Puck, do you see that over there? Oh, I've never seen that before.
A dish?
Sorry, I was focusing on the horses.
Yeah.
Why are they so big?
I don't know. I guess inbreeding.
Do you think that I'm like that to other potato?
No, Puck, you're just.
Anyways, what were you looking at? What were you looking at?
What? Look at those little palm buds over there. That is. I have never seen anything like this before. Well.
Oh yes. They do look quite nice.
Puck, I sincerely appreciate what you have done for me so far. I'd like to say you're a good fighter, and it has been an honor to meet you. Being on the ship with you, making so many memories. I can see that you'll go very far. But this might be where our journey comes to an end. I have my rapier, and that is all I came for.
Pok is so flattered right now.
Oh.
Of course.
I touch
It
Pok.
is my duty as a nightmare hunter to help those. And he salutes you full on with like perfect posture. Of course, it is a nightmare hunter's duty to be of assistance.
I touch Pok
thank you,
at this
Captain
kind
Louis.
of at the spot where I can reach close enough to the shoulder, and I go, Pok, that is not necessary. We are friends. I am glad to say I can call you a friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well,
Talk is gonna freak when she hears about this.
Both of you feel a small tug on your hands. I'll say Puck, your left hand, Louis, your right hand. And the two of you...
Yes, can we help you?
Hero?
You look and you don't see anyone there until you look down. And standing on the dock, at about a foot tall, you see a cherrim. Cherrims are these small creatures, about a little, I'd say about 25% bigger than your average basketball. It looks like a stemless, just cherry. Like truly this little round creature. It has 2 stick arms and 2 stick legs. When I say it's pulling on your hand, it's more placing its like sticks on both of your hands, and there is some magical attraction that lets it hold you. It has 2 beady black eyes and a thin line mouth, and it just starts pulling the both of you.
Can we help you, little
Joe?
one?
What
Can we
are
help you,
doing?
little one?
What the fuck?
What?
I
Louie, you know what these are. These are a staple here in the Sea of Blind. But Pok, as you look around, you see these little guys are everywhere. They're here helping with, chores. You see that. You see there is this boat a little further down the dock that has just clearly come back from a fishing trip, and this large satyr, about 6.5 feet tall, extremely buff, is carrying this giant net full of fish. You think this net weighs about 300 pounds that he just has slinged over one shoulder, that he's like, it's barely off of the ground as he's carrying it through. You see a fish drops down and a little cherrim runs up and grabs it and holds it above his head as he's following behind the satyr. You see a second one falls down and the cherrim tries to hold 2 fishes at once and can't, and throws the first one away and then just carries the second one. This one is holding your hand, goes,
Pok, this is Cherub. Bonjour, Cherub. How are you?
Is it a child? Does it need help?
No,
What's going on?
They're very common in this sea. They are used for transportation. They are basically on the servant level. At least that's from what I can remember.
I've never heard of a creature like this.
Louie,
Is it
I will also say
something
Louie, I will also say you understand that it's not like saying anything. It doesn't have a language. It can understand many languages, normally, common and satyr, but it's kind of it's kind of imitating speech without actually speaking.
Yes.
So there's no way for them to talk back outside of body language.
Oh, I know.
It goes to pull the 2 of you. Do you let it pull you?
Oh, absolutely. I've got nowhere else to go. I'm kind of just morsing around.
I guess, but I need to be.
It seems like it wants us for something. Might as well figure out what it is.
Okay. I'm following along. I'm following.
It pulls the 2 of you not very far, about 40 feet down the dock, in between 2 of these, I don't want to call them stands, 2 of these food stands, and you see that there is a young satyr woman there who goes, "Oh, yeah, hey, good job, little buddy," and puts out a hand, and it gets like a little fist bump from this cherrim and goes like, "You 2 must be
Does
new
it
here
jump
in
50
this sea."
feet up on the ground to fist bump?
No, the satyr woman doesn't kneel down, but kind of squats down to be on its level to give it a fist bump, and the cherrim still has to jump a little bit to reach her fist. I was like, "Good job, buddy. Right, you 2 are new here. Well, me and my friend here would love if we can, for a small fee, give you a beautiful tour of the city."
How much money are you asking?
Can I get an insight?
Give me an
check
insight check.
on just like what is the satyr's motives?
Small fee, just 45 gold for the 2 of you.
Oh my god.
So that's a 2 and an ace, not of my chosen suit, -1.
So that is a 2.
That's 2.
This woman seems just so nice and so eager to help you new people for, honestly, a fairly reasonable price on a 2.
You know what? Let's do it.
No,
Let's do it.
Pok.
We can put aside our current
What?
objectives right now.
Let's the multi-see the 100-yard wax figure. I've got this. Can
Yeah,
I
you
make
are.
a perception check?
What are you trying to find out?
I am trying to find out if they are being sincere, they are being honest, any interior motives.
Give me an insight check to read this person and see what their true intentions are.
I never trust people with too many piercings. Never.
She seems
trust.
very nice, doesn't she?
No, I don't. When you always
Oh,
go
come on.
beforehand, you never know. You never know. You could be easily taken advantage of, Pok. I got a 15.
On a 15, I will make a check as well. She seems genuine. I think the only thing you get is that the 45 gold is a little pricey, but from where you're meeting and the method in which she got you, you could absolutely haggle that down. Like, that will not be an issue.
Louis, 45 gold, that's not a bad price.
Well, what is your name, miss?
My name?
Yes.
Oh, it's Lily.
Lily, what a nice name. I can see that you're a native to this land and you seem
Absolutely.
very insightful. I believe that
I try my
this
best.
talk can be very beneficial to
I'm
new
sorry.
people like us.
Real quick, I'm so sorry. As she
Yes.
looks down and the little cherub is pulling on her pant leg. Kid, you don't need payment now. You can wait. Fine, whatever. You see, she stomps on the ground and puts her fist in her other hand and does a real quick level of earthbending. This rough, sun-baked clay that the dirt from the land not 10 feet away is made out of, this dirt that, like, is under the sun all day, flies through the air and forms itself into a small statue of this cherub. As you know, cherubs receive art of themselves as payment.
Oh my
Oh
gosh, I
my
love them!
It is the same height, except this one is holding a rapier that looks very similar to yours.
Oh!
And it goes, meh, 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 meh. And it goes and it picks it up and it puts it above his head and it just waddles away because it's too heavy for it to carry. It goes, meh, 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 meh. And it just walks away down the dock. She goes, yeah, sorry, they're temperamental every once in a while, but that one's been good for me.
We're both. I'm just shocked. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah. Look. Do you still want the tour?
Absolutely. I
Pok!
love a tour.
Pok.
I'm reaching
Can
for my
you-
gold
can-
right
can
now.
you-
Here. Let me get you the 45 gold right now.
To cut past this conversation, Louis, give me a charisma check based in
Persuasion?
Give me a persuasion check. This feels like a good persuasion check.
I am quite good at negotiating, Pok. We have to get this right. We cannot come to a new country and be known as easy targets. That is...
Oh come on! I'm far from an easy target. Come on.
You are
Uh,
going to
it takes a
pay
lot-
for
it takes a
50
lot of
gold?
skill.
Jesus.
Come on. I've survived out in the Andrai area of the Sea of Curses. Come on. You think I can handle this?
This was not good at all.
Pok gets his pockets picked
I
every
am
single
po-
time we go out.
I got a proficiency, but I got a 3, 6, and a 5.
So that's an 11 plus your charisma of 2.
Dos.
That is a 13. She goes, "Oh, sorry. I don't think we can do it. I mean, look, I run a business. I hope you two have a wonderful time here in the Sun's Divine."
No. I still want to go on the tour. Come on. I got 45 gold right here. Come on. Please. Pretty please. With the cherry on
You
top.
can do it for 45.
Yes, please. Doesn't that sound lovely, Louis?
That sounds lovely. I get it.
You two
I don't think
get
we're getting
a
scammed.
tour.
Okay.
Over the course of this tour, Lily is extremely talkative about the different sites and the different places you pass. A lot of temples.
Do we get any merchandise? I can. Jaden speaking here. Is
Yeah.
Pok and like Louie wearing like I love Sea of Wine like hats and like New York
No.
t-shirts?
Oh,
and, like,
okay, okay.
They're in
There
a
is
carriage
not.
and like they're taking photos and
There is. It is. It
If
is.
you
It
allow
is.
them to do it, I will make merch.
I heart Cherub.
I went to the Sea of Wine and I survived.
Okay. Most people are not going to recognize a niche TTRPG podcast
I
reference out and
will.
about. So wearing a hat that says "I love the Sea of Wine" is going to make people think of a specific kind of person.
Yes, which is
I
so fun
heart
for this
people
I
group.
heart
exist.
cherubs. They've got
Cherums.
like cherums.
Cherum.
Cherubs earlier.
Cherums.
Yeah.
Are we wearing matching like Hawaiian t-shirts or something?
You would have.
I would.
Lily
Yeah.
does not sell those, unfortunately.
Can we buy them on the way?
I think if you ask her, she goes, "Oh, yeah. I mean, the Sun's Divine is not really much of a tourist destination, but if you'd like, I know some of the Soleil Culturalism churches have like religious clothes you could buy that are fairly unique. There's cool art of the sun on those. I'll be honest, I haven't gone since I moved out, so it's been a few years.
Well, I'm always one for learning about more culture.
Well, yeah. You two on this little tour, on a street corner, you pass a statue made out of gold. This statue is incredibly realistic. It is put together perfectly. You see, it depicts a satyr with its hat out in its hand, currently begging for money. In tattered clothes.
What does that statue mean?
Sitting on a tree stump. And Lily goes, "Oh, dude, it's Vuct here, man. He just... Guy up on the hill shows up out of nowhere like 9-10 months ago, is pumping out these solid gold statues, putting the rest... Like, look, And she gets frustrated for a second and goes like, "Look, I try so hard at my craft. And then this guy he's pumping out like 10 or 12 a week. And not only are they made out of solid frickin' gold, they're so good too." He's selling them like all across the seas. And I don't know. And it's not like I'm mad that he's talented. I'm just mad that it seems to be so easy for him. Like, even when I'm, kicking the ground and punching my hands together to make little statues for my Cherrim friend, I still have to put like thought into it. But I don't know, that one, and you guys are kind of past it by now. That one is something on how people that are like don't have enough need to just kind of work harder. I don't know. It gives very trust fund artist, if you get what I mean.
Art is
I'm not much of an art
subjective,
guy.
but it can mean different things to everyone. But I can see
Oh.
how it is annoying.
I guess. As you guys ride through, you see more of the business here. You see a lot of satyrs and a fair amount of non-doi as well. About between a fourth and a third of the population here are non-doi. As you get kind of deeper into this coastal town here in the Sun's Divine, you see that there are more and more patches of this darkness where these large, thick trees known as, let me pull up my lore, I made a name for this, so I want it to be, well, I want it to be well. I want it to be accurate to what I have. You see, she points it out and goes, Yeah, anything that can kind of any plants that can grow out in front of the sun is called Scarcadia. It covers the ground below, and the plants in the wood. It's real hard to take down, and it's real hard to harvest because they have to be so thick to be in front of the sun that it becomes very protected and very well maintained. I mean, ships made out of Scarcadia rarely ever break. It's harder than some golds, which means the act of chopping Scarcadia down becomes an entire job because you're practically mining it down,
I see. Pock is fiercely writing everything down that
Yes,
this
of
forest guide
course.
says in his little notebook. I see. And what did you say that this was called again?
Scarcadia.
Scarcadia. How do you spell that?
Scardia.
Scarcadia.
Scarcadia.
Scarcadia?
Oh,
Scarcadia?
I'll send you it later. And the plants down below that grow underneath the shade are called infaparum.
Infaparum.
But most
I
people,
see.
sorry, I translated it wrong in my head from Seder. It's infrapara.
Infraparum. I see.
Yeah,
So scribbling it out.
Yeah, no worries.
I see.
It's and that stuff grows underneath the Scarcadia. It can only live in the shadow. So if you cut any Scarcadia down, the infrapara underneath welts immediately.
Okay.
It's interesting because there's enough heat that underneath the Scarcadia isn't, cold. So they can live in the heat, they just can't live in the light. Very odd.
Do you know why they do that? At all?
Just how this place was built, I guess.
Can I make like a intelligence
Give me
check
a
on that?
nature check, yes.
I have proficiency in that. Oh yes.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
That still sucks. Okay, that's a 13.
On a 13, what exactly are you asking? Why the infrapara immediately dies?
Like upon, like I think, like yeah. Why do they die upon light and not upon like heat?
Well, it just has to be from where they evolved from. The plants that grow out directly in front of the sun, the Scarcadia grass that don't exactly cast these huge things of shade, are built to not only resist the constant sunlight, but to require the constant sunlight. And as you pass under, I think she stops for a second to give her giant, weird, muscly horses a break on this smaller cart. And you see where you're at in the Sun's Divine, you're closer to the edge of the Sea of Wine. The sun doesn't move, right?
Yeah.
And so the shadows cast by the Scarcadia are constant. They don't move either. And since you're near the edge of the Sea of Wine, the sun is actually at an angle. So you see like a few inches off from directly underneath the Scarcadia leaves, there is a direct line between where the Scarcadia grass ends and where the infrapara kind of foliage starts underneath. She goes, anything bioluminescent will have been brought from the Sea of Tears.
I see.
Yeah, it's not
From the
native
Sea of
here.
Tears. What kind of
As this conversation carries on, you learn much more about the biology. You guys talk about that for a while. My question is, Pok and Louie, what are you thinking about your friend Cherri in this moment?
I think it's like a Perry the Platypus moment where I like go to Pop.
Hey, where's Cherri?
This has been episode 8 of Tales from the 12 Mystic Seas, Campaign A. If you haven't listened to the B Team campaign yet, check it out on the same channel. If you've had a good time, please consider sharing us with your friends and family, or leave us a review on your podcast app of choice. Any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening, and good night. Count your friends. Count your enemies. Count everyone else in between. These numbers may shift.